Have you felt like things have been off at Chipotle recently? Your bowls just don't look the same. Customer service just kind of sucks. You see them close early. Or most frustrating, you see them run out of salsa, white rice, and brown rice, and then say, "Oh, is it okay that we're out of rice?" No, it's not okay that you're out of rice. Get the Basically, something here is happening at Chipotle. That's at least according to the CEO, Scott Boatwright. He said himself that they are seeing a significant decline in households making under 100,000, which accounts to about 40% of their business, which that's impressive that it's only 40%. They got some rich clients, and I'll tell you what, I need some of those. And he's basically saying that age group is just dining out less due to economic pressures. But Scott, let's be honest, is that the only reason why people aren't at Chipotle? My name is AJ DeAndrea. This is Business as Usual. Let's talk about it. What's up, you guys? Thank you for watching the newest episode of Business as Usual. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Help support a small channel trying to make it. I'm trying to help provide you guys with great business knowledge without you having the expense of being bored. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe and like the channel, and let's get right into the video. So things aren't looking good for Chipotle. Sales are down. Revenue is up 3%. But comparable restaurant sales are down about 4%, which basically means that, yeah, revenue might be going up. The physical amount of sales that they're getting have been going down. Now, look, let's get a little bit of history of Chipotle because they are not new to problems. They've had some major problems. It was founded in 1993 by a fella named Steve Ells. I think I'm saying that right. And after getting some investment money from McDonald's, they became a major hit. People love the idea of an open kitchen, an assembly line for food, for fresh food at that. People loved it. It was a major hit. And in fact, Chipotle has been one of the most influential businesses for fast food in 2025. And that's not even arguable. There are so many businesses that claim to be the Chipotle of their sector, the Chipotle of Italian food, the Chipotle of this, Chipotle of that. There's so many people that took inspiration from Chipotle's assembly line. Now, that being said, what made Chipotle so special at the time was that it was fast food that felt like it was fresh. Now, Chipotle has run into some problems before too, and they were some major problems. Back in 2015, there was an outbreak that affected multiple people in about 9 states, and people were in panic. The stock was pummeling. People were not eating at Chipotle because I'm not trying to get E. coli. Nobody wanted E. coli, and they were having some outbreaks there. But it wasn't until their 2 CEOs, and yes, they had 2 CEOs at a time, were down, and they had what would be a star CEO, Brian Niccol, come in, that things started to turn around a little bit. And what Brian Niccol did was he put some structure into Chipotle. He made it easier to order on the apps. He added some things that helped make the line more consistent. And just most importantly, the guy was a CMO. He knew how to market. But what's happening now is Chipotle is seeing their first downturn since then. And I think this is caused by a mix of things, honestly. I don't think it's just Chipotle because I still eat there sometimes, but I'll be honest with you, there's some Chipotles I won't go to because they just always give me some sort of problems. That or they're just really skimpy on the bowl. I'm not a fan of that. If you put some meat on that bowl, please. Before I give you what I think the problem is, let's hear what some of the people have to say. A user on Reddit said, "You get rice, beans, and a strip of protein." I don't think they're getting as much protein anymore. Somebody else said the customer service has significantly dropped and they are not happy about how their customer service experience is at Chipotle. And I don't blame them. And lastly, someone saying it just doesn't taste the way it used to. There is some truth to this, especially because Chipotle hasn't really raised their prices as much as some of the other businesses have. Don't get me wrong, they've raised their prices, but they haven't raised it as much in the past few years as a lot of businesses were. About 5 years ago, things were going up quick. They might have cut some corners in order to save that money somewhere else. And I think one of the ways that they were cutting corners was making the portion size more controllable. I think that they were using less meat because some locations might have been heavy-handed on the meat. I think they were trying to fix that at most of the locations. All in all, I think what's going on with Chipotle is a mix of 2 things. I think it's economic turmoil that we can't really control. People under 100K in the household, they're not going to be able to spend out as much as they used to. And that's because the cost of living keeps rising. Electricity is going up. Housing is going up. Everything is going up except the paycheck. The other issue is I genuinely think there is a little bit of truth to people saying that they've lost some quality. Maybe not as much as you would think, but I will say they definitely had some loss of quality of customer service. And that is another problem that is going around in the United States right now. It is hard to find labor at an affordable rate because people just don't really care anymore. They have to work 2 jobs just to even pay the bills. Of course, they're not going to be in the best mood. I think Chipotle is resilient. I think they're the grandfather of one of the greatest fast food structures we've seen in a while. They're going to bounce back after this. I have no doubt. I'm not saying it's not going to get ugly before it gets better. And Chipotle has some things to work out. Otherwise, things will continue to have some turmoil for them. I think there's a lot of businesses that have been handling this well. Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out Burger, just to name a few. I think that those businesses are doing a great job, but people just don't really care about Chipotle anymore, and for the right reasons. I mean, I think that there's some frustration going on in there. I'm still going to continue to eat at Chipotle. I'm not going to lie to you. It's nice, it's fast, it's consistent. I know what we're getting. But what do you think is happening at Chipotle? Do you agree with some of the points that people were making, or do you have another reason why they're doing kind of iffy right now? And will you be taking your business there and enjoying some of their food? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to leave a like. Thank you guys for watching Business as Usual, and we'll see you on the next one.